This is the story of Edward, the guy from Fortnite. He lives in a mansion. Yay! But it's an abandoned mansion. Oh, but it has a nice decoration outside. Yay! But his creator died. Oh, but he's a cute boy. Yay! But he doesn't have hands. He has scissors. That is bad. Well, one day in the town of Lakeland, a flatty woman called Peg Box, who was selling beauty products door to door, went up to the hill. When Peg is in the mansion, he sees Edward and kill him! No! She goes with Edward to his house. Why? Because Edward is a cute boy. After, Edward enters to Peg's house, and she presents him to her family. And what is the reaction of the family?
What the hell? Oh my god, no way!
Why? Because Edward is a stranger boy.
And cute.
After dinner, Edward goes to sleep in a bed of water. Ugh. In the next day, Edward was walking in the Peg's garden and he decided to cut the shrub. And finally, he creates a dinosaur.
Like the backpack from Fortnite.
After that, the neighbors see the potential of Edward and they asked him for shape their bushes. After cut the bushes, a woman
I heard this woman.
asked him for a haircut and Edward accepted, and he made good hairstyles. Edward is good for business. At night, Edward tries to sleep, but appears Lydia. No, Lydia, no. Joyce, yeah, shut. Joyce neither. Kim, yes, Kim. Kim is the Peg daughter. She comes back for winter trip.
No.
She comes back for hockey.
No. Shut.
He comes back from a camping trip. Yes, camping trip. When Kim sees Edward, Kim was scared from Edward. Edward was scared too, for the situation. After, Kim and Edward talked and they built a friendship, but somebody are jealous. Beetlejuice.
No.
Hopper.
No.
Jim. Yes. Jim. He didn't like Edward. He thought that thing was strange and bad. One night, Jim and other friends convinced Edward to enter a house. They were saying it's a joke. Edward just does it because he only wants to make Kim happy. But the police appear because they discovered Edward is 27 years old and Kim is 17 years old.
What the fuck?
But Edward escaped from the scene and Kim felt terrible about the situation. At that moment, Jim grabs Kim roughly. Edward, fast and furious, went to protect Kim but accidentally scratched Kim's arm.
Oh no.
Edward ran to the mansion on the hill. Kim and Jim followed Edward. In the mansion, Edward and Jim have an epic battle.
같이 다세 쿵쿵쿵쿵쿵 원누키 잔잔뿅뿅 규우켜쿠노 바톤 이미와 나이사 타타카우다케.
Finally, Edward pushed away Jim and fell from the window. Jim died. Kim said goodbye to Edward. Kim, to protect him, she goes with the neighborhood and said Edward is dead. Many years later, Edward spent days creating ice sculptures, making Jon Snow. And now Kim is a grandmother and telling the story of Edward to his grandchild. Something like... This is the story of Edward.
You think you're the only superhero in the world? You become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
Yes?
Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh.
I'm here to talk to you about the Avenger Initiative.